start in the middle. Depending on who you are, the middle can be, that great part of the relationship where you're still texting each other and emailing each other. I love you too. You're on the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning like we in high school. No, you go to sleep. Now, if you have a fast cycle with relationships, if it's not going to work, then you're at the stage of, I can't believe this nigga's still in my house. And if you have the real slow cycle of a relationship, then you're still at, well, I don't know if I should let him, have a second date. So it depends on where you are, Unfortunately, we as a society have some things ingrained in us in relationship-wise, and we are hardwired that this is the progression that it's supposed to take. I think that's something that we as a people need to just throw that to the side. And there are rules that you should follow, but there's no set list of details that have to be set in stone. With that said, in my past, this would be where I was in the middle of the relationship. Just the past, it's like,
Just like we're here.
I could still feel her heartbeat tomorrow. From when she was in my arms yesterday and I held her like a gift in the present. Precious, fragile, and strong. She was paper-thin sheets of concrete twisted into beautiful form by a master mason who whispered mysteries in her hollow chambers that raised my temperature 33 degrees but still left me uninitiated. This scene was ancient. She tattooed hieroglyphs on the backs of her eyelids so every tear would be a piece of history, then cried Genesis on my chest. My thumbs held a world war each, from simultaneously wiping her cheeks clear of tears. She confessed she named them, each and every one, then kissed the two from my thumbs and with glistening lips called my hands slave ships, saying I had no right to take them from their home. I couldn't sleep during her word war. I was afraid she'd speak world war. I into existence, then in all existence by crying the book of Revelation down my back, but she didn't. She walked away. Only paused to brush Exodus from my shoulder on her way out the door, but I could still feel her heartbeat on fingertips that sketched rainbows of sweat across her flesh, connecting separate breasts, perfect apart. But when put together were both a blank canvas and a work of art. I wrote poems on them with my tongue. She scored each one with moans. This woman loved me. And I don't know what I did to deserve it, or what I could have done to preserve it. The answer to both questions, nothing. We made love that last night. And our hearts sped up so fast that we could no longer count their beats, moving at such a furious speed that they flatlined as we climaxed in our ecstasy. While dying in each other's arms, we exchanged our last breath, then heard a beat. A thump in her chest or mine or both. We held each other so close that we couldn't tell which, or the fact that with our exchange of gifts, our hearts now beat in unison, or did. For that moment so intimate, this poem's description of it is as insignificant as comparing sun showers with hurricanes. I miss you most when it rains. Storms. You and the window. Window open and the bed. A man's bed. Zero count rough sheets and threadbare spread, a spread that covered 4 legs, two together, 2 spread, you sitting between mine and time. Saturday morning, the sky is pouring, we're here all daytime. I miss our time watching pouring rain, you sitting between my legs covered by a threadbare spread on my rough man's bed looking out the open window. Mostly, I miss you.
The song Your Side of the Bed reminds me of you. Days more difficult than nights, lonely thoughts got me wanting to breathe your air. Hands restless, arms empty. I'm missing the way your heartbeat used to put me to sleep. The way a room holds the scent of you like hostages tired of rainy days, reminding me of the joy I miss. And when I see you smile, I never feel more alive. Your presence is my Friday night. Your vocals, an addiction I never wanted to kick. The definition of Cupid's arrow is wrapped in your laugh. You taught me to leap. Blindly, I flew. Like angels testing out their wings in first flights, my insecurities was loose feathers falling like winter's first snow. My cheeks are tired of my eyes, rainstorms, my heart haunts me like phantoms and purgatory fingertips ache longing for the width of your back. You are funnel cloud thoughts spinning in my mind's eye, destroying everything sane about me. Grieving ears yearn for your dead whispers. The back of my neck wants your lips to tattoo kisses. I wish I could reach out in this moment, touch you, read your movements, cause on days like this, I'm shallow breaths. Mind looped to memories of us, hand on left chest staring at ceiling, imagining you lying here because this the only time I can feel your heartbeat. See, I know what it's like to watch God sleep, and I'm missing you. Missing the way we spent days innocent movie watching, and how we took roller coaster rides on emotions. See, we made romance jealous. We were New York. We made love like Brooklyn, lips the subway cars that roll spinal tracks. We twisted like pretzels. See, this is the metaphor for how you make me feel. And I'm missing you.
I can still feel your heartbeat. It is
The echo of mine.
Thank you. We just worked that out in the car.